Definitely not therapy. Welcome to another episode of Definitely Not Therapy, where we talk to real people. We get real stories. We have completely unfiltered, raw discussions about life and how it can go completely wrong, how it can fail us, how people can fail us, how we talk about our struggles, our mental health, but how we also pick ourselves back up again and how we make the best of sometimes the worst imaginable situations, because we only get one life. We get one chance to do this. It's definitely not therapy. I know there's something niggling in the back of your mind right now, isn't there, where you're trying to concentrate on this podcast, on this very, very good podcast, this very engaging podcast, but you're thinking, I wish we had a new bathroom, I wish we had a new kitchen, I wish we had a new games room. Well, this week's episode of Definitely Not Therapy is sponsored by Bell Trades. We've all been there, haven't we? We've sat there and we thought, right, next job, we'll get the kitchen done. Next job, we'll get the bathroom done. And we just never get round to it. Why do we do that? We never get round to it. Do it. Now is the time. Contact Bell Trades and they can help. It might not cost as much as you think. Bell Trades have a very simple philosophy: to turn your house into a home that you're proud of. Not where you can think, I wish we had a new bathroom, I wish we had a new kitchen, I wish we had a new games room or man cave, wish our bedroom was nice. Bell Trades don't need to start from scratch. You don't have to have an entire new room. You might be thinking, I just wish this room was finished. They can look at the room and they can see the potential and they can work with you on it. Bell Trades are specialists in bathrooms, kitchens and entire renovations. You will not be disappointed. And if you think, oh, Dan, I really want it done. I really want to get that bathroom finished. Or I really want to get a new kitchen, but I just haven't got the money. Life's hard at the moment. Life's expensive at the moment. But there are some really reasonable finance options available. Go check their website. It's www.belltrades.co.uk. Or why don't you check them out on Instagram? It's at bell__trades. It's a double underscore. On their Instagram page, they've got some great before and after shots. So you can see the work they do. You can see the quality. And the beauty is they cover the entire Southeast London as well as Kent. So if you're one of them people, you're sat there, you're in Southeast London, you're in Kent, you're thinking, oh, my bathroom. I don't like going in there because it stresses me out. www.belltrades.co.uk. Bell Trades have helped me bring my vision to life, my vision of this podcast. They've helped me by sponsoring. Let them help bring your vision to life in your home, because home isn't just where you live, it's how you live. Get yourself a quote. What have you got to lose, eh? Anyway, let's get back to the podcast, shall we? It's definitely not therapy. In this episode, I'll be talking to Matt, who at the age of 6, he was diagnosed with dyspraxia, and he was told he's never going to be able to even ride a bike. Now imagine that as a 6-year-old child being told you'll never be able to ride a bike again. But that didn't stop Matt. Matt went on, and at the age of 27, he became an MMA fighter. And he didn't stop there. He became pro-level MMA fighter until a severe injury, which left him with brain damage. And Matt was bedridden for over a year. But that's when Matt really struggled with his mental health, because he'd lost everything. He'd always been a fighter. He'd fought, being told he had dyspraxia and he won't ride a bike, to becoming an MMA fighter at pro level. Can you even imagine the courage that takes? But then to lose it all because of a brain injury and be bedridden and you can't do anything, and his mental health struggled. And on top of that, he was in an emotionally abusive relationship where he's now got PTSD. He has to deal with PTSD now from that emotional damage that was caused. But Matt's a fighter, and he's moved on, and he's found love again, and he's found someone that's helped him to really turn his life around. And I can't wait for Matt to share his story with us. This is definitely not therapy. Definitely not therapy. Hi, Matt.
Dan, you all right, mate?
Not bad, mate. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can, yeah.
And can you see me?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Okay, this is a miracle. I've done, I think you're my 15th episode, and I finally got it right, because every single time they either can't see me or can't hear me. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate, thank you. Yeah. This is the first time I've done like a few small podcasts before.
Yeah.
Something on this magnitude. Like my arsehole's going a little bit.
Oh, you'll be fine, mate. You'll be fine. It's
it's mad because I've boxed in front of 3,500 people, had my head kicked in front of them, and it don't bother me. But this kind of thing is sort of like...
Well, it's because this is like you're talking about real stuff, aren't you? Emotions. Yeah. And when you're in your safe space, which I guess if you're, in a boxing ring and you're fighting and boxing or MMA, whatever, you're comfortable because you've trained to do that. So this for me I'm nervous as well, because these things they're not scripted. You don't know where they're going to go. Yeah, it's but we'll be fine. It's just two guys having a chat. It'll be all right. Don't worry.
You know what, Dan? I just want to say before we start, we are big fans.
Oh, nice.
We are massive.
Appreciate that.
Boy, we've sent the stepson in the bedroom because we can't trust him to be quiet. But he's like, I want to see. No,
it's definitely not therapy.
We got to make light of things and try and twist hardships into kind of, because that's the kind of thing I'm trying to get into. Obviously, I've had the career take away everything. I want to get into motivational speaking. Yeah.
Incredible if you can do that. I think the fact if you've had a career where you can stand up in front of people, whether that's to speak or to box or to do something, you've got a level of, you've got that in you to be able to do it, because it's not going to be as scary. But
I'm trying to twist it. I'm trying to twist the negative, which obviously we'll dive into more, the negative into a positive.
Yeah, well, that's good. I think, I've with my content throughout my social media career, whatever you want to call it, has always been to look at a situation and turn it into a different situation. That's my whole thought process. Is even if it's something I'm like a people watcher, so I'll watch people, and that's where I get a lot of my inspiration from. And I'll see something, it might be a video, it might be someone out in the street, and it will just be a normal situation, but my brain will go, oh, but hang on, but what about if he did that instead of that? And then I'll take that situation, take it to my own relationship, which was probably a mistake looking back now, obviously, but it was.
But do you know what, mate? You could. I've said this to you before when we spoke before. Not all heroes wear capes. Now that's down to the other person not seeing that.
Yeah,
that's not down to you.
I agree.
The first time I met you in Blue Water, outside Primark.
Yes,
you looked stressed as hell, and you was with Lucy, and you looked stressed as hell. Right now, I see you now. Your shoulders are down.
Yeah.
Like, mate, do you know what? Sometimes the hardships are a blessing.
Yeah, I think, looking back, it's a difficult one, because I wouldn't have wanted to be in the situation I'm in. But then when you sort of see certain other things happen and play out, and you're like, okay, maybe this was for the best. Maybe we weren't each other's person. And that's hard to, that's what I've struggled to deal with, because I think I know for myself, and this isn't a sort of a dig at any of my previous exes to that, but with Lucy was the first time I'd ever been my true self. Like I could be myself. I could be that idiot, and it was celebrated. It was encouraged. So I think that's the hardest thing for me, is knowing that I got to the age of like 35 and I never had that in my life. I never had someone that believed in me. And then I did have someone that believed in me, and I fucking loved it. It was like, look what I could achieve. I was getting millions of views. I was all these silly ideas from my head, and we was reaching millions of views. We were getting flown around the world. We was doing this, was meeting celebrities. And then that's taken away, and it's like, now I've got no one that believes in me. That's the hard thing. So, but
the thing is, Dan, it's probably not the person you want, but you've got millions of people that believe in you.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like it sometimes.
No, it don't. But you know what? Haters hate, and do you know what? And I've had it where, do you know what? If someone's hating on me, I'm doing something right.
Yeah, Yeah. Well, they're still noticing you. Like this is going to sound really arrogant, and I'm not an arrogant person by any means. Like, and hopefully, even if we've met, you know I'm not an arrogant person, but
No.
because I just know that I don't come across like that. But if I say something like this, it will sound arrogant, and it's kind of like someone will send me a hate message, and I'll just be like, but from my point of view, like they're watching my video, they're commenting, they're going out of their way. That person's not even on my fucking radar. I don't know who they are. Like, and I don't mean that arrogantly. I don't. But it's like,
no, but Dan, you've got to be like that because you got to fit. You obviously you've got a thick skin anyway.
Yeah.
But your skin's got, and you've got to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So you've got to think like that. Like, especially in the line of business where you're at, you've got to go. I think you're not even on my level, mate. Go away.
Yeah.
Like, do one.
Yeah. But it's hard to do. It is hard to do sometimes. I think when you're in a state of feeling vulnerable and feeling low, it's you reach. For me, I'll go on my socials and I'll look for those nice comments because I want to. I need to feel validated. But the problem is to find them. You have. You see,
go through them.
You see it, and even if there's 1 in 100, and I'm looking through the comments and there's one negative, that'll be the one that will stand out because I'm in that frame of mind at that time. But I'm much better with it now, and I used to not care at all what people think. Like, I just, when you put an emotional, really raw version of yourself out there. And then you keep doing it. Not so much. Sometimes it's because I need it. Sometimes it's because that's something might have happened behind closed doors because there's millions of things that I can't say. And everyone's like, "Oh, you say too much online." Trust me, I don't say too much online. If I said what I needed to say online, a lot would be said. But I don't. But sometimes I need to vent, and I shouldn't use my socials. But that's my life. I go to that, and something might have happened, and then I'll rebrand that and put that out.
Everyone has everyone has their own way, Dan.
Yeah.
With me, we'll dive more into this stuff later, but I sent you the picture this morning. That's I'll go and walk down that Thames.
Yeah.
Like, and I'll just go, right, switch off. I'm doing EMDR at the moment.
You're doing what, sorry?
EMDR.
What's that?
Which is, so a lot of servicemen use it.
Yeah.
It helps reprocess trauma.
Oh, so it's like a type of therapy?
Yes, it's a therapy, yeah. So it's to do with like touching.
Okay.
Your eyes. And what it is with PTSD, because we'll go into that later. PTSD comes from a trauma which isn't processed properly.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so the EMDR helps to reprocess that.
Yeah.
But it's not like a hypnotherapy, mate. Honestly, I done it last week and it blew my mind.
So was that the first time you done it last week?
No, I've done it 4 times now. So there's like 5 steps.
Okay.
I'm on the 4th this week. But the safe place was quite, like, it was about putting things in a box, locking the box.
Yeah.
Grounding yourself. And then it prepares you for the reprocess, which then, mate, you close your eyes, you're doing your breaths, you're literally seeing things.
Wow.
And like nightmares, things like that. And then it reprocesses and the dream turns around. And with me, when the dream reprocessed, I was on the cloud and I was on here and it was reaching me up to the ground level instead of being down that hole.
That's incredible.
Like, it is crazy, Dan.
I might have to look into that.
Yeah, look into it, mate. Because honestly, obviously it works for different people, but it's all about touching. Like, you're tapping your skin. Like, the more harder things are, the quicker the taps are. The more softer, the more positive. The taps are slower.
Okay,
mate, it's crazy.
I'll look into that. I'm gonna look into that later because that sounds something that actually might help me. To be fair. Is there anything that you don't want to talk about? Is there anything you're not comfortable talking about?
Mate, I'm an open book.
Do you know what? Every single person that's come on has said the same thing. They're an open book. And
Yeah.
I think you've got to be that type of person to want to come and do this type of thing, to be fair. So
Well, the thing, like I said to you, if my story helps just one person, my job's done.
yeah. Well, that's the way I look at it. I think when I post, I still post stuff that is, can sometimes be emotional, and sometimes it's because I need to vent, but sometimes it's just because of if people saw the DMs that I receive, but people that are really going through stuff, and where they just say thank you, men just saying thank you for even women. I get so many messages from women that are like, thank you for speaking up and just speaking out and just being like a real, like, I don't know, not real man. I don't think they use those terms, because I think we're still in that, people think a real man is, you've got to be like, go out to work, or you've got to be like that, like but I don't know, I just think it's nice that I get that support from men and women, and that's why I do it. But sometimes you do just get that one comment or that one DM, and it's like, do you know what, it's worth it because that person doesn't feel alone.
We was going through the same thing at the same time, mate.
Okay. It's definitely not therapy.
It's a typical scenario. If you better yourself by 1% every day, by the end of the year, you'll better yourself by 365%.
Yeah, wow. I like that. I'm going to use that quote.
Do you know what? When I was going through the hardships, and to be honest, I probably still am going through the hardships. Not probably as bad, but we're all going through something hard somewhere.
Yeah, that's it. And I think when you have things and you're diagnosed with things, or you have, PTSD from something, it's something you can't just switch that off. You have to deal with that and manage that on a daily basis. But let's start let's start with your story, where it started, Matt, at the beginning. So childhood for you, sort of leading up to the age of 6, because you at the age of 6, I believe, was diagnosed with dyspraxia. So what was childhood like before that for you, leading up to it?
Loving family. My mum, my dad, my sister. I was never a normal kid then. I was always a little bit different.
Okay. In what respect?
Socially.
Okay. What didn't fit in? Didn't feel like you fitted in?
Yeah, I didn't. I did. It's a bit of a weird one, because I did, but I didn't.
Okay.
I think I did, but in my head I didn't.
Okay, so what, you was like basically putting on a mask to try and fit in, or you did fit? You really did fit in, but you didn't feel like you fitted in.
That's the one. Yeah, I've got hundreds of friends, but it's still in my head going, why am I weird?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was one of them ones. And then school life, I really struggled. Like academically, I found things really hard. Things that children wouldn't really struggle with, I did. And then my mum went, something's not right. Something's not. She went to an occupational therapist, went through loads of tests, found out I've got dyspraxia now, which I've been told lately they've changed the name to DSP.
Okay.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't know what dyspraxia is, because I'll be honest, I'm not fully aware. I'm not fully educated on what it is. So what is dyspraxia, or DSP?
Dyspraxia is hand-eye coordination. It's not very good.
Okay.
Back in the old days, they used to call it clumsy syndrome. To be honest, Dan, I would have been good on your content, falling over everywhere, because that's what I keep doing.
I shouldn't laugh.
The other day I went past,
but yeah.
I went past the coffee table the other day, stubbed my toe and broke my toe. I'm just a walking nightmare. Yeah. And then really I've just lived with that for the rest of my life, really.
Okay. So how did that hold you back when you were 6 and you were told that and it was explained to you? How did that make you feel? Do you remember?
Not really. I was sort of like, okay. But to be honest, Dan, I've always had that fight mentality. I've always had, you tell me I can't do something, watch me.
Yeah.
It's sort. I'm sort of like that. I'm like that every day of the week. I've been told you can't do this. Watch me. But
it gives you that fight. It gives you that fire to want to prove people wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I've got a charity walk this weekend. Obviously, a bit later we'll go through that, but that's a big step for me. Walking 11 miles
Okay.
for a boxing charity. Yeah, it's a big step for me. And like my family was saying, you can't do it, can't I?
So you've always had that drive. So did that? So
Yeah,
that started. So when you was told then at the age of 6 that you had DSP, was it a case of in your mind? Did it then make sense? Were you like, oh, maybe this is why I feel like I don't fit in? Did it answer any questions for you?
yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. It answered a lot, but I wouldn't let that define the reason why I can't do things. No, when sort of like people will go, I can't do this because I got that.
So is it a case then that you couldn't, like, say for instance, you were told you wouldn't be able to ride a bike because of the coordination?
Yeah.
Did it mean you just was like, well then watch me, I'll get on a bike and I'll just keep practicing and keep practicing? Is it a case that you can practice and with like muscle memory and movements, you can actually think, yeah, do you know what, I can do it?
Yeah, 100%. It just takes me a little bit longer.
Okay.
That's what, like when people say that, and I've spoken to a few people with DSP that I can't do this because of that. Come on, we'll do it together.
Let's go and do it. Well, that's inspirational though.
Like even like down to cutting food down. I didn't really I really struggled cutting my food, so I was about 14, and then I got the knack of it.
Yeah, just took you a bit longer.
Yeah. Like tying shoelaces, I was 17 before I'd be able to do a shoelace.
So I guess like the fact that you felt like you didn't fit in, but even though you was then probably given this diagnosis, it probably still made you feel even more like you didn't fit in because you couldn't do things that your friends were doing.
I've always felt inadequate, Dan.
Okay.
I've always felt that I'm not good enough.
Well, even from a young age, even from as a child.
Yeah, and obviously later down the line, which we'll go into the story a bit later, the devil was knocking on my door, Dan. That's like it all come on top.
Really?
Yeah.
So when was the sort of mental health an issue? Because even, how old are you now? Is it 36 that you are now?
I'm 36 now, yeah.
So I guess even when, because I'm 41, so we're not too dissimilar in age, but we didn't really talk about, when we was younger, we didn't talk about mental health. We didn't know it was just like pick yourself up and get on with it type thing.
Yeah. And it's only been the last probably 7 years, 8 years that men's mental health is taking a shine. Because I remember I sort of hit the floor about that time. My old man is like we was talking before. He's a man's man, big fella, and I was on my backside a little bit, and he went, "Get up, you pussy, mate." I lost my head. I wanted to fight everyone. Like
that didn't drive you. That just made you angry. It just had the opposite effect.
Like, but obviously my dad's gone through some struggles, and now he's gone. Shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
But the thing is, it's not his fault. The thing is, he's a product of what, like I've spoken about this on previous episodes, that basically we're in a difficult era, I think, I think generation, because the older generation, which is like your dad, which is my dad's the same, you just sort of get on with it, and his dad was the same. Yeah. So he would have learned from his dad, and he would have learned from his dad, and we've learned from our dads, but actually now we're not allowed to be like that. We can't, like, I was ruled, I don't want to say with fear, but there was a fear of that. Like, I had really loving parents. I've got really loving parents, really, really caring. But equally, if I was a little bit mouthy to my mum, then she would say, right, wait till your dad comes home. And then I'd be like, oh, fuck, I fucked it. I fucked it now. I shouldn't have done that. But you can't do that now, because if you say, if my ex was to say to Harper, you know, well, wait till daddy gets home, she'll be like, brilliant. Can't wait for daddy to come home because he'll give me a big cuddle and he'll just give me all the love. Like, I will. Of course I will. It's different. So we're now having to learn a completely new... And the pressure's on, because then we've got to teach our little ones how to parent as well. It's a lot of pressure on us. And I don't think people... I think that plays plays a big part when you sort of sit and think about it. I think it plays a big part in our mental health because we're coming from, we're not allowed to use what we've been taught, and we've got the pressure of making sure we've no tools and we've got to learn as we go. We've got to be this new modern dad of like being emotional and also make sure that we don't mess our kids up, because we've got to teach them how to parent when they're older. And it's just a minefield, isn't it, really?
It is. Like, I'm a stepdad to a 7-year-old. Never been a dad before. I'm sort of taking it in my stride, really. Like, I'm a mate. I'm a pal.
I think that's the best thing you can be.
Like, we fight like cat and dog. We argue probably 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
But he knows if shit hit the fan, Big Matt's coming. Like, I love him like that. Yeah. But also, we've got to have that barrier is I can't ever take his dad's place. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's a tricky subject for me to talk about right now. But I think it's a tough one. I think you're doing obviously a great job, and ultimately kids, it's not their fault. They're with someone that's, you know, their parent is them. You know, they move on and they're with someone new, and then that's life, isn't it? That's life. But I think that's one of my biggest fears is someone trying to take over. And I know it's silly, it's so silly to think it, but my fear is someone trying to take over, like being a dad and having that like having time with my little one that is my time. Like, I look at it, it's my time, it's my child, and then I'm then on the outskirts having to watch my family do other stuff with someone else. It's just like but different people have different processes, and perhaps for me that's part of it I haven't processed yet, and that will come in time. But right now it's a tough one. But that's good that he knows that you're there no matter what. That's the best you can do, really, isn't it?
Yeah. He empties my wallet every month.
They all do that, mate. They all do that.
So
okay,
that's really from birth to 6, really.
So going back then jump from the age of 6, you know, dyspraxia, DSP, to being a teenager, only just learning how to tie your shoelaces, to the age of 26, when you decided that you're going to become an MMA fighter.
Yeah, that was a bit crazy, down if I'm honest. Right, so through my teenage years, I had quite a bit of trauma, as in family issues. Lost my granddad. He was like my best mate. He was a man's man, but he was quite comical as well. We done loads together. We done everything together. I lost him, which I found really traumatic.
Yeah, I can relate to that, by the way, because I lost my granddad, and I was so close to my granddad. Probably a similar generation, and it hit me, and I didn't realise it had hit me until a long time after. But yeah, I can relate to that.
Yeah, and then my family split.
Right.
But again, like I've said to you before, it twisted from a negative to a positive.
Okay.
Found it very traumatic.
What age were you when this happened? Sorry.
I was about 18. No, about 17. I was about 17.
What is this, when your granddad died or when your family split? Or was it all at the same time?
My family split. So it was I found out probably a few months different.
Okay.
But I got a little brother out of it then.
Okay.
And he still is. He's my best friend. Like later down the line in the story, it shows. But that he's 20 years old and he's absolutely amazing. He blows my mind every day.
So this was basically what your parents had split, and then you'd then got a brother from.
Shall we say it was the reason why they split?
Right. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So that's really is
Yeah,
then getting a positive out of a negative then.
100%, 100%. Yeah, I still see him every week. He lives not far from here, but it's a bit of a trek where I live and where he lives. Yeah, he's absolutely amazing. From then, I didn't realise I was depressed then.
Do you think it was
I didn't.
the trauma of losing your granddad and your parents splitting up, and even though a positive come from it, you may not have felt that at the time because
Yeah.
it's quite.
The thing, what I am, Dan, I'm a bottler. I'll bottle things up,
Mm.
and I'll shake that Coke bottle and put a Mentos in it.
And then it will explode,
And then
and it'll be a mess.
when it explodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think I didn't realise I was a bottler. I weren't really in touch with my emotions then, which then led to like me finding a event which was playing rugby.
Okay.
I was playing rugby for Old Dartfordians. I was okay. I was okay at it. I wasn't the best, but
Was that the DSP?
Clicky.
Did the DSP sort of hold you back at all in that, or was it more just give you the determination to do it?
Also, I found it very clicky. I found it if your face don't fit, then you're not going to do as well as what you want to, as in team selection and
Right. Okay.
and whatever else. So I got fed up with it. I got right up with it.
Because you just wanted to play. You just wanted to play. You found something that you love doing, and then you felt like you was being sort of ostracised.
Yeah, yeah. So one of my friends back then, there was the MMA event going on in London, and I went to my mate, should we go? So yeah, all right then. So I watched it. I was watching it, and I nudged him, and I went, one day I'm going to fight it. It was at the Troxy. Yeah, I went, one day I'm going to fight it.
How old were you when you went to see that MMA fight?
23, 24.
Okay.
My mate went, yeah, right. Yeah, I would say that. You know, like you've had a couple of beers, haven't you?
Yeah.
Like, it's just sort of like that, really. And
that's how I ended up on a comedy stage with bottling it, because I saw comedy and I'd had a couple of beers. I was like, I'm funny, I can do that. And then but you can't. I can't do that. I could just, as it turns out. But anyway, carry on.
Mate, you are actually hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So I went back, found a gym. Again, the Dyspraxia DSP held me back a lot. I trained for 3 years.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, didn't have a fight. I just went, got up, slept, trained. Got up, slept, trained.
So was your goal?
That was it.
Your goal was that you knew you wanted to have an MMA fight. That was your goal. That was what you were going to do, whether it took you 6 months or 3 years.
My first thought was fitness.
Okay.
I wanted to get fit, and I know boxing, martial arts does get you very fit.
Yeah.
And then my coach, and I'm still good friends with him now, Scott Stribling. I'll train for 3 years. He went, "You ready, boy?" I went, "Ready for what?" He went, "Fight." All right. So I got in there, damn, I was a mess. I was shitting myself. It was in Colchester, first fight.
So this was a proper fight. This wasn't a sparring or a practice. This was, you was in the ring. No. It was fight night. There was people watching.
It was televised.
You did your first fight was a televised fight.
Yeah.
Mental behaviour.
Yeah. And I remember my coach, we got in the car and went, "Matt, this guy's just got out of prison on GBH."
Brilliant. Thanks for telling me that.
Yeah. But do you know what, Dan? I think I don't think he actually did. I think my coach was trying to get me revved up a little bit of fear.
That's quite smart. Yeah,
You
a
know?
bit of fear, but also a little bit of you won't feel sorry for this guy because you think, well, if he's
No.
done that, then I'm going to go for him.
Yeah.
You need to have that mentality. That's
Yeah.
that's potentially really smart
Yeah.
from your coach. Yeah.
Went in there and absolutely demolished the fella in 3 rounds.
Is that fight still available to watch?
I don't know. I'll try and find footage of you for you somewhere, Dan.
All right, send me a link. Send me a link or send me some footage. I'll be interested to see it. I won't. I won't use it if you don't want me to, but I would like to see it myself.
No.
It's definitely not therapy.
And do you know what? Dan, it was better than a bunker. That feeling was better than a bunker. I got addicted straight away.
Wow. I mean, that's quite a statement.
I had a medal around a big medal around my chest, and walked out like I was Jack the Lad. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then we had a big party afterwards, of course. And I actually felt accepted. I found something.
Yeah. Wow.
I found something that I'm accepted, I'm good at. And so I went, right, Scott, when's the next one? Let's go.
You was on it then. You was on it. You'd done that. You'd felt that euphoria, I guess, and then you was like, I want more of it. I'm ready for this now.
Yeah. So, but this bit relays back onto what earlier on in the story. So Scott went, there's nothing really at the minute, Matt. He went, right, so he went, Matt, tomorrow night. He went, this was about 6 weeks later. Tomorrow night, there's a fight at the Troxy. He went, and I've put you in. I was like, sorry, what?
It's quite short notice. Had you been training through that 6 weeks or however long?
Yeah, no, I was still fit. I was still fit. But this one wasn't MMA, this was K1. So if you don't know about K1 is like Muay Thai, but you're only allowed to strike once in the bench. So when you hold the back of the head, you're only allowed to strike once.
Right, okay.
Let go. But this is what I said to my mate 4 years ago. I'm going to fight here one day. So I got there and I sat in that exact seat before everyone got in there. I sat in that exact seat, and I cried my eyes out.
Well, what a moment, though.
I cried my eyes out.
I don't blame you, mate.
So the time come, wrapping my hands, got in there, smashed them again. So I'm like, okay, we're going to start taking this a bit further. And then I started losing.
Right.
I got knocked out 3 or 4 times.
Do you think, were you prepared to get knocked out? Did you, because you don't assume that's going to happen, especially if you're coming off the back of winning 2 fights. And from what it sounds like, winning 2 fights fairly easily, it's like, how do you then cope with the high of winning and to the low of losing and getting knocked out?
Oh, I was on. There is coverage of this, and I'll send a link to you. Obviously, I don't want it on here.
No, of course.
But yeah, there's a link to this one. I'll send you. Yeah, I never felt so low. I was on my backside, literally. Then I went on like a losing streak, a 3 or 4 fight losing streak, being knocked out every single time.
Wow.
But look, in us boxers say when your jaw goes once, it always goes. But I weren't taking that for no. That's my fight existed. So what? So, right.
I was waiting for you to say this.
I'm gonna go again. Right, that's what I've been getting up to 2021 was my last fight.
So how long were you doing it? So when was your first fight?
Oh, I don't remember the dates off the top of my head, don't know.
But roughly, what was it? How long were you fighting for? How many years?
It was about 18 years in the end.
So you did MMA for 18 years?
No, I've done MMA, K1, Muay Thai, boxing.
Wow. Okay, fair enough. I didn't realise it was so long that you was doing it for.
Yeah. Yeah. So after that first loss, the reason why I lost, I knew why I lost, is because I had crap boxing, crap kickboxing. So I went back to the gym, practiced that. So I've done that. I'm going to rematch you again. You knocked me out again.
Same guy.
Same guy. So I was like, right, MMA is not for me now. So I'm going to go into Muay Thai.
Okay.
Had a good few fights Muay Thai. Won some, lost some. Not really a lot. Not any of them moments really outshone for me.
Okay.
I was just tunnel visioned, trying to right them wrongs.
Yeah.
And then my coach went, fancy a boxing fight? Yeah, go on. And then you went into boxing. Which then leads to the next highlight of my career, highlight of my life. In 2021, I had a boxing fight. I got hit 3 times at the whole fight then.
Wow.
I got hit 3 times throughout the whole fight.
That's
But in
impressive.
the second round, he hit me, and my legs weren't working. My legs felt heavy. Like, I couldn't get in and out. I couldn't throw the shots and get out. I couldn't. Something's not right. So I went back to the corner and said, it's not right. They went, right, we're pulling you out. I went, no, you're not. I won the fight. So I went back to work the next few days later. I was walking through a warehouse and my legs just went bang, couldn't move.
Wow.
I just couldn't move. Went to hospital. Had a brain scan. They found 30 white spots on my brain.
Christ.
Full small vessels disease of the brain. So basically, it's where the vessels. It's very, very early stages of like dementia.
Okay. And was that? Did that happen because of? Did that happen because of the fight? Because of
the punishment.
What, of that fight, or over the years?
Over time, just over time. I was bedridden for about a year. Couldn't get out of bed. Literally, the only way I could get out of bed is with a walking frame.
Jesus.
When the reason why I can walk today is just hard work, but I'm also on opiate, which is fentanyl.
Okay.
I'm on 0.75 micrograms of fentanyl going through my body every hour. It's like a slow release. My career was taken away.
Yeah. Well, not only that, you was training in the gym regularly and you have to be like a machine and methodical when you're gonna put yourself in a ring to fight someone. So to go from that every day, presumably, or at least say 5, however many days a week, to then being bedridden.
It was 6 days a week.
6 days a week.
6 days a week.
Do you know what I mean? To then go and be bedridden. How did that affect you?
Oh, mentally. Oh, I was in probably one of the most darkest of places. But also at the time I was fighting with that, I was in emotionally domestic violent relationship.
Well, at the same time?
At the same time, yeah. I was being gaslighted. I wasn't good enough. Other things. She took every penny I had. I had nothing. She took every penny I had. She also divided my family. Like, I don't talk to half of my family.
Because of her?
Which some of the things that have been done, I can't go back to. This is it now. And so I had to move out of my mum's. Obviously, because of this situation, found myself in a bed sit. Mate, know the song Teddy Swims, Lose Control?
Yep.
That first verse, something's got a hold of me lately. And I don't know myself anymore. a whole verse, like the walls caving in, the devil knocking on. I felt a lot, and it got to a point then where I didn't see a point in life. I didn't. I actually wanted to die.
That's a really low.
I didn't. I had no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and there was times where I was prepared. I didn't go through with it. Whoever was up there, thank you. But it was like from me to where I'm talking to you away. It was there. It was looking at me.
What do you think stopped you?
And there was two people that said, fear. I was frightened. Because if I'd done this, there's no going back from it.
Mm. It's a permanent solution, isn't it, to a temporary problem?
Yeah. Yeah. The two people that saved my life was my brother and my dad. My brother sat with me every night on the sofa. Everything, the ways I tried, he threw it. Either threw it away or hid it.
So they knew that you were in this
But I was still looking for ways.
They knew you were in this mindset. Is that because you opened up and talked to them about it, or was it because they found you trying?
Well, I found out my ex was cheating on me.
Oh, mate.
As well as doing everything else. So the first person I rang was my brother. I went, mate, what's she done? Oh, I'm gonna go mad. I'm gonna, like, and then I just sat there, and I was like, I can't do this no more. What life? My life has gone. Like, I didn't want to be on this earth anymore. I've got nothing to live for. I'm ill. I've had this happen. My family don't talk to me. Like, what's the point?
Mm.
What's the point? So my brother and quite a couple of friends backed me, who did back me, and my dad. My dad lives in Spain, so my dad got me on a plane. Then when I got there, he cried. I was a bag of bones. I was down to about 12 stone.
Oh my goodness!
From I was 23 stone before then, and I dropped in that short amount of space of time to 12 stone. Got through that airport and he cried and he just cuddled me.
And your dad being the type of man that he is or was, you probably wouldn't have expected that. You probably not even, maybe never even seen him cry before.
No. Yeah, I've seen him cry a couple of times, but one of them was then. So I spent about 3 months out in Spain, just out in Benidorm. I felt safe, felt happy. My dad was nurturing me through. I've said it before. I'll say it again. He saved my life, and I can't thank him enough for that. We got.
Did it bring you closer? I was going to say, did it? I presume something like that would bring you closer.
Yeah, we spoke about things that we've never ever spoke about, even about past things. We spoke about things that we never really spoke about. Now I ring my dad every day. In fact, he's coming home today. I'm really looking forward to seeing him.
Amazing.
He's back for a few weeks. Yeah, so we talk every day. We check in every day. So I got on the plane home, and I called my bedsitter. I was in the cell block. So that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was hell. I was sitting there. I was back helping in the gyms around the area. And I joined Facebook dating.
Okay.
Right. And then the next...
I just heard a little giggle in the background there, by the way.
Yeah. I get DM'd. And it's the one and only Shannon. So I'm just talking. I've explained everything. Like, if we want to do this, we're going to go slow. Not like we met up one day. We haven't left each other since.
That's amazing, mate.
She and little man have changed my life completely. But also, like, me being a stepdad, I want to provide. And so that's what I'm fighting for now.
Yeah. That instinct has taken over.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I want the best life possible. Yes, now, like, I'm currently going through the process of that change. Like, I could go out with my brother and I'm not getting bombarded with 300 text messages saying that you're cheating on me.
Yeah. That's just honestly, that I can't even, that's a lot. That is a lot, isn't it?
Honestly, she used to watch me get into my brother's car, not Shannon, the ex.
Yeah.
The ex used to watch me get into my brother's car and then still accuse me.
I mean, it's real emotional torture, isn't it?
Like, I gave her everything. Her dad needed a car. Okay, I'll pay for a car. And just took the lot.
Yeah.
She just took everything, just gaslighting me up until she got everything and done a runner.
I think when you're in it, it's difficult to see, though, isn't it? You could, because you love someone and you would do anything for them, and you think that's what they need and that's what love is. Yeah. But sometimes it isn't, and you can't figure that out until it's retrospectively, and you can look back and think, yeah, that wasn't right.
No.
But by that point, sometimes it's too late. And then you touched on PTSD, and you know that comes from it, doesn't it? If it's too much.
Oh, yeah, 100%, mate. I've always been the kind of guy for. Like, I've heard of PTSD. I relate it more to the serviceman.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna get that. Then I started therapy. How long ago? 3 weeks ago. Yeah, about 3 weeks ago now.
Okay, so quite recent then.
Yeah. It's opened Pandora's box for sure. But the nightmares are stopping. I used to get nightmares every night. Like, Shannon used to tell me, Matt, you're fighting in your sleep. Like, I'm sweating, but they're beginning to subside now. And so now I'm sleeping sound. But because I'm sleeping sound, I'm not getting up till 11, 12 o'clock during the day. Because my body's playing catch up.
Yeah, you got a lot to catch up on, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going through that. I'm going through that now. I've started EMDR as well, which obviously we spoke about like before we went on, which was really helping. But I'm just going through that transition at the moment. But also at the same time, like on a boxer's point of view, I'm walking around because everything's so good. I'm waiting for the next thing. Yeah. Which did really happen. My uncle passed away about 3 months ago.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
It was a big part of our family. He was a force of nature, shall we say. He said what he thought. My dad hit it on the nail of the head. He was everyone's favourite piece of Marmite. He was one of them kind of guys he'd be sorely missed. But yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's never easy losing someone, and I think especially when you've been through some trauma and stuff, it can hit hard, and it can catch up with you when you don't realise it. So I think the fact that you're having therapy and you're hopefully equipping yourself with those tools now, that actually, do you know what, when the next thing does happen, because there will be a thing, there will always be a thing, that you can cope with it. And you know, you've obviously got Shannon now, which, you know, having a support network is, and a support network can be one person, because trust me, I had a support network of one person. That's all I needed to get to where I got to. That's all you need sometimes. So the world is your oyster, mate. Yeah. Like even down to the family stuff, I'm not bothered. I
I don't want to talk.
Mm.
If you want to leave me at my darkest time, you're not going to be with me at my present.
Yeah.
Like yeah, of course it hurts because we was a tight-knit family, but that's what always goes through my head. Is if you're not going to go roll with me with a bad, you're not going to roll with me with a good.
Yeah, you've got to look after yourself. You've got to put yourself first sometimes, and I think situations like that, you have to put yourself first, and you've got to do what's right for you. Sometimes you might turn around in a couple of years and be like, do you know what, the right thing for me now is to get in touch with them, and it is to have them in my life, but that might not ever happen. But you've got to do you. You've got to do what's right for you, because quite clearly, and I don't mean this, I don't know the ins and outs, and I don't know your family, and this isn't me knocking them or anything, but the fact is they did what was right for them when they needed it. When you needed them, they did what was right for them. Well, you've got to do what's right for you now.
Yeah, 100%.
And you've got a new family. You've got a new family. You've got little man, and you've got Shannon, and I think...
Yeah. Even though they're a drain of my life.
You wouldn't live without them, though?
No, I wouldn't. So they keep me on my toes, though.
That's good, though. I think we all need that. We all need that. So how long? So can I ask a couple of questions about Shannon?
Of course.
So how long have you two been together then? So you met on Facebook dating. Yeah. How long have you two been together?
Around about 9 months now. Yeah, just under a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how does the dyspraxia or DSP, how does that play a part in your day-to-day life now, and how does it affect Shannon?
It always plays a part. Shannon's very understanding. If I say I need a bit of help here, okay, no problem.
So you're not ashamed to ask for a bit of help, though. That's a massive thing. The fact that you've got someone you trust enough that you can say, do you know what, Shannon, I need a little bit of help with this. Yeah.
No, if I can't do it, I'll say. Which is very rare, and she does tell me off for it. But yeah, it affects me on a day-to-day life, but with a bit of patience, which Shannon gives, and the understanding, we're a team.
That's good that you're a team. Nice. Yeah. And the PTSD as well, I guess it's the same. It'll be the same answer. She's understanding, and you're managing it.
At first, I remember the first time I ever come here, and she went to put her arm around me for a cuddle. I went, literally, I just shuddered. Like, she said, what are you doing? Like, and then she put this can, she put in front of me, like that, and I wouldn't touch it until she said, you can have it. Like, that's how bad it was. Like, but now she's like, you're fine, you're safe, you're fine.
She's provided that environment for you, hasn't she?
Yeah, but you know what? She can be a protector. I remember we was having something to eat not so long ago, and we bumped into the ex's family. Dan, I've never seen a woman pump her chest up so fucking quick. Like, get away from him. Like,
protective.
Yeah, like, and didn't like. I was like, whoa, no, that's not your place. Like, don't be doing that. Because if something happens and I'm going to have to start rolling around the floor, it ain't a good idea.
No.
But
it's nice. It's nice that was the immediate reaction, though.
Yeah, like, it was very. Someone's actually got my back, because I've been promised from thousands of people. I've got your back, Matt. Yeah, I've got your back. But there's no one here.
It's really interesting, isn't it? It's really interesting when times, and I've been very lucky that when I've had struggles and things, things went bad for me, and everyone's situation is different. So I'm not trying to like compare to like having, I know you had with like the brain damage and stuff. I'm not trying to compare my situation, but it's like when in any one situation when something goes wrong, it's interesting who's stood there with you and who you actually don't. And for me, I'm really lucky because I got like two best friends, Jono and Ricky, and I'm really lucky because they will always have my back. That's the support. That's how I feel. But there's new people that come out that, like my mate Al, Nick from the Smithy family. I could list loads. There's loads of people that all of a sudden were like reaching out, and they were like, "We're here for you. What do you need?" And they were checking in on me, like phoning me every day. But there's people that I thought they might have checked in once or twice. And they're like, "Oh, okay, right. Like, come on, get over it now." But they're not. Yeah. They're not. They wasn't really listening. And there's some people now that aren't in my life anymore because they're not in my life anymore because they weren't there when I needed them. And there's new people in my life that I've now built some of the best friendships that I've ever had in my life through this. So I guess I've never really looked at it like this, but there's positives out of the trauma I've gone into. You know, we've just been in a TV show that a friend of mine's made, and he put me in it, and I was like, I'm never going to be able to do that. I'll never do that. And then I'm in it, and we've had a premiere, and then we've now written a new project. I've written a comedy TV series, and we're working on that, and we're going to launch that. And it's like, those things would never have happened if I didn't meet that person. I wouldn't have really met that person and become that good friends with them if this didn't happen. So it wasn't until I've spoken to you, Matt, that actually I thought, do you know what? Yeah, the positives that have come out of a big negative for me are huge. They're massive because they're massive opportunities for me. But
100%. The quote is true. Every cloud has a silver lining, mate. Yeah. Sometimes you can't see it, but when it comes through, you grab it.
Yeah. Well, that's inspiring. That is inspiring.
And embrace it. And that's what I sort of like. I always say to Shannon. She goes, "Oh, this ain't right now." I went, "Listen, life has a plan. We don't know what the plan is, and that's the scariest thing."
Yeah. We just got to roll with it.
Go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go with it because life will give you that path you want. But it's the same thing. You go in a shop, you're not going to get something for free.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you got to pay a price to get to where you want to be. That's what we've got to do, mate. I'm afraid.
I'm writing that down because that's another good one.
Matt the philosopher.
I'd never have thought it. Like MMA fighter to philosopher.
You know, they drive Shannon mad because I come up with them all the time. But when I was in a dark place, I was holding on to things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was holding on to like that there, and then I started believing it. So I started thinking it through. When you're sitting there in a cell block, your brain's like, "Oh, do you know what? It's right. What I'm believing is right." Like, yeah.
Well, that's incredible.
So
well, look, before we wrap up, I would always like to end on something a little bit lighter. So, have you got something in the last couple of weeks? Either give me your best joke, or give me something in the last few weeks that's really made you laugh or really made you happy. Something positive.
Oh. Do you know what? Yeah, I had a really beautiful thing last week. I took my brother out, and we went to Tucker Social at the O2.
Okay.
And we was playing in there, and I took a moment to sit back and watch. And I was watching him play, and I'm like, "Fuck, I'm lucky."
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful.
So
yeah.
I like from where I wanted to be, or what I wanted to do, and whoever's up there stopped me from doing it. To see that moment was pretty magical.
Wow. Well, Matt, thank you so much for talking on the podcast, mate. I really appreciate it. Do we quickly get to meet Shannon before we go, or is she shy?
Yeah, would you like to meet Shannon?
Absolutely not. I'm in my pajamas.
There you go, look.
No!
There you go. Do you want to meet Albie?
Yeah, go on then.
There's Albie. There he is.
Nice to meet you. How you doing? All right?
There you go.
She's run away. Don't run away. That'll do. Nice to meet you anyway.
Dan,
Nice one, mate.
What I said the other week, I genuinely mean, when you're done at the O2, let me know. We'll go for a pint.
We will do, mate.
Cool, mate. No worries. Thank you for having me on, mate.
All
Really
right,
appreciate
mate.
it.
Take care,
Keep
mate.
up the great work.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Take care. What an inspiration. From dyspraxia at the age of 6 to a pro MMA fighter and a career in fighting, boxing, MMA, to then brain damage and being bedridden, but getting up out of that and finding a new relationship and finding a new support network is incredible. It's inspiring. And I wish Matt all the best of luck.